of the Arctic. Now, I'm heading for one of the most active volcanoes in the world, Kilauea, in Hawaii. Millions of people come to see the flowing lava, and each year 50 get stranded. I'm going to show you how to survive. I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, flying towards the island of Hawaii, where the Kilauea volcano has been erupting since 1983. Each year, 2 million tourists flock to these lava fields, drawn by the glow of the molten rock. But it's easy to get injured or lost in this barren and dangerous landscape. I'm going to put myself in the position of a tourist stranded here to show you how to survive. All I've got is a water bottle, a knife, and a flint.
Any minute now, the pilot's going to drop me onto the volcano. It's late afternoon, and in a few hours, it'll be dark up here.
The camera crew will follow my journey.
The lava down there is too unstable to land on, so I'm going to have to go down on a rope.
I'm about to drop into a dormant crater somewhere on the volcano's upper slopes.
Look at this place. It's just so intimidating.
This volcano is incredibly dangerous. Only a few feet beneath me is a lake of molten rock whose temperature is over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and seeping out of the ground are noxious volcanic gases. I've got to find a way out and back to civilization. But which is the best way to go? I'm going to get above the crater to get my bearings.
Wow, look at that. It's like I've landed on the surface of, like an alien planet.
The landscape is featureless and utterly forbidding. Easy to see why people get lost here.
It's just this miles and miles of desolate terrain. I can tell this stuff is going to be a nightmare to try and cover.
If you are lost here, try to work out a route to the sea, because it's by the sea that most Hawaiians live.
What I do know is that this volcano is on the south side of the island, and the best way of finding civilization is to head to the coast. So that means my nearest bit of coast is going to be to the south.
I'm going to use the sun as a compass. It's late afternoon and the sun is in the west, which means that south must be this way. The island is roughly 80 miles wide and long, which means the ocean can't be more than 40 miles away. But walking on this jagged terrain is extremely difficult. Most accidents happen on the volcano when people slip or fall, and losing your footing out here can easily result in a broken leg. A few years ago, a tourist died when a section of cooled lava on which he was standing gave way, and he fell into the ocean. Even for experienced hikers, it can take an hour just to walk half a mile. Sulfur dioxide gas forms in volcanoes, and here it's really thick.
Look at this, you can actually see the sulfur dioxide here seeping out of these vents. And this is a sign that what I'm standing on here is literally straight above real flowing lava, probably about 3 or 4 foot directly under me.
Volcanologists measure these emissions, looking for signs that a volcano may be about to erupt. I've got to keep moving.
This sulphur just has this real stench, and it's getting quite unpleasant. It's got this like bitter, sharp taste. It's getting right in the back of my throat. It's just not very nice.
In high concentrations, this gas is a killer. A few years ago, a helicopter crash left a film crew stranded for 3 days on this volcano. They only survived by using their t-shirts as gas masks. So that's what I'm going to do.
I can hardly breathe. That's hard. My lungs just feel like they're just on fire, and it's horrible, horrible stuff. I was running out of puff back there, but it's looking much clearer now ahead. But I just need a couple of minutes to get my breath back.
I'm through the sulphur, but the gas is a sign that molten lava is close to the surface.
This whole area is getting really hot now, and I keep seeing these little windows dropping down into the lava tubes below.
Holes in the surface like this are known as skylights. Beneath them are streams of lava flowing through tunnels called lava tubes. The temperature down there is about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. If the thin crust gave way, I'd be incinerated in seconds. But there is a way of crossing an area like this, and this is how.
Very gingerly, test it with your boot, and if your boot melts, it means it's too hot to cross. I'm going to go for this now, but the camera crew are going to wait here, so if we try to do this together, the sides might well give in. Here goes. Whoa! My boot started to melt on that. That's too hot there. What you've got to watch out for is if the rock in front of you starts to go mushy. And if that does happen and your foot starts to sink in, you've got to back away and try and find another way round. I've made it through, and this rock is much cooler now, but my feet are just on fire after that.
I'm through the hottest part of the lava field now, but I've got to find food and water. The only question on this poisonous landscape is where. The temperature on the volcano is overpowering. Dehydration is a big danger for stranded tourists on these unforgiving lava fields. The volcano is not a good place to be without something to drink.
I'm just getting a bit worried that I'm getting low on water now. And I know you're supposed to be able to survive 3 days without it, but to be honest, the way I feel at the moment, in this heat, I'm going to struggle to make it through one.
The volcano gets around